Oh shit.
I kept paying. Then I blocked me because I sent Daniel a $1 million Venmo, but I'm wasting my guy. Fuck.
Como es un Apple, yo tengo un Apple.
Yeah.
Wires that were installed incorrectly. They were not shielded wires when they were installed. That guy was just like, you know.
Maçın kaçtı daha iyi bir şey. Daha iyi maç mı?
Oh, that's good. Where are you from? Oh, okay. Well, hello. My sister's in London. I'm glad my life you. You've been dressed up. All right.
And great.
And I was like,
No, get a great picture of them inside their float.
Well, I need to see because I can't see the sign.
We are going to do a lot of food, medical, interesting houses, the news part, which is spelled NEWS, from something